EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Houston. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Stroud going to throw right away. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's a first carry for their running back. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. On play action, Stroud laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Chubb. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it. And they stuff him on 4th down.
It's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's 2nd and 2. They go right back to Taylor. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Colts about to kick this one away. And back deep it is Trey Palmer. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Colts have got it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. From the gun, Richardson. High throw, but it's reeled in. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. Into space. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Houston. So they come up with a long touchdown on the little short pass. Greg, the quarterbacks love those pop passes, especially when they end up in the end zone.
Mike, you're well aware of the phrase in golf that there's no pictures on a scorecard. Well, in this case, there's no pictures on a box score because it doesn't matter if you throw it 1 yard or 50. You get credit for it all. In this case, he'll take credit for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
On 2nd down, Richardson. Oh, that swung out wide and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris. Well, the quarterback trying to find somebody open there, but that time, instead of finding his running back, it goes back the other way for a defensive score.
Mike, I think this is just one of those cases where the quarterback's just a little too casual with the throw. He kind of goes to his running back late on the check down. He never sees the defender until he's chasing him on his way for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Taylor. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, That's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. And that will wind up incomplete. 0 on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. It's the tight end likely in motion. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here comes 3rd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level. The NFL, and if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. The play clock down to 0, and this not the best of sequences. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Now a deep ball from Mitchell. That is hard. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on 3rd down. And waiting, no signal. He did not. No, he did not get in. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Colts. That his first touchdown this year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Colts are on the board. It's now 14-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
On 2nd down, Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. A short pickup to the 38. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Stroud going to set up to throw. Into space at the 45. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
and a yard. Tight end motioning left. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. Well, the quarterback just kept going back and back. And wondering what is he going to do? And, well, there's the answer. He's going to give the defense 2 points.
Yeah, and you have to wonder, Mike, did he just lose track of actually how far he was retreating? And at some point, you think that ball's going to come out. He's going to throw it away and move on to the next down, but he didn't. And now the defense is going to take advantage and get 2 points.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
They run on the jet sweep, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Third and 9. From the gun, here's Stroud. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. Wow. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This taken just shy of the goal line. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Tank Dell. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this 2nd quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And, man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
3rd and 5.
Here we go. Look at hot, look at hot.
Here's Stroud. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down for Houston. Jaime Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This a 42-yard attempt. This one off the right, upright. He missed it. No good. So we have reached halftime here. It's a tight one. A 2-point contest at the pause. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This returnable with Palmer. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll begin here on the ground. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Stroud. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And he's out of bounds in great shape. Down at the 15-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. It's a gain of 34. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Stroud. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run on first down with Taylor. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Now, faking the give. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's first and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. He'll get this out wide. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that one not going to net too much. He'll get this down to the 31. go with a drop play here on second down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Mike, so often we see when a draw play is called, so much of the success depends upon what look do you get from the defense. In this case, they dial up a blitz. It could be feast or famine. In this case, it's famine. The blitz runs right into the draw. They get stopped. No gain.
In motion now, it's Collins. On play action, Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points. I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He finds Mims. It's complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Richardson. That one is caught beyond the pylon. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown, Indy. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will cut it to a 2-point lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. First and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
Here we go.
Dell motioning over. A run on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the 4th quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Richardson will give it to Taylor. Lots of space past the 45. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
A second down throw for Richardson. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Richardson. He finds Likely, his tight end.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Here's Richardson. He gets this complete to Mitchell. They get 18 yards on 4th down and a fresh set of downs.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will score! Game on! Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown Colts. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So here we go. Colts trying to get a little bit closer. They'll go for 2 now. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. And they will not be able to add with a 2-point conversion. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A run now on 2nd down. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Third down and 9.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Stroud. There's that man again. Another catch. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Taylor. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On play action, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them. To throw, it's Richardson. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Another try, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Richardson. He connects with Mims. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Richardson gonna look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man, complete.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. And the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the ballgame. On second down, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Richardson. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley.
Follow this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Stroud down to a knee. And that should put the finishing touches on this one. Of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans, as we say, so long.